What happened to your biggest love of your life? It happened during the fall semester of my junior year. I was 21, burnt out on classes and running on caffeine and stress. Then she transferred into my comparative lit course like a character from a book I hadn't finished yet. Her name was Rowan, wore her hair in a braid like she forgot it was beautiful, always carried a beat-up canvas bag filled with highlighters and dog-eared books. She didn't talk much in class, but when she did, her voice had this low, thoughtful rhythm that made everyone stop and listen. First time I heard her speak, I forgot what I was supposed to be taking notes on. We didn't really talk until the third week, when we got paired for a group project on magical realism. I made a dumb joke about Kafka, and she smirked, just barely. I counted it as a win. We started studying together, first at the library, then a coffee shop near campus, and eventually in each other's apartments. I remember the first time she came over, she ran her hand across my bookshelf and asked, "Are these for decoration or do you actually read them?" I told her the truth. Half were inherited, half were aspirational. She laughed and picked up the bell jar. We didn't call it dating for a while. We'd go on coffee runs that lasted hours. She'd leave her scarf at my place on purpose. I started brushing my teeth before seeing her, even if it was just for class. She had this way of making me want to be more thoughtful, less careless with my time, my words, my silence. I fell in love with her on a Tuesday night while we were studying for midterms. She was reading aloud from 100 Years of Solitude, barefoot on my couch, pausing to sip wine and ask if I thought Aureliana was selfish or just misunderstood. I didn't answer. I just looked at her and knew. She was the kind of person I wanted to waste time with forever. She told me she loved me 2 weeks before winter break. We were walking back from the bookstore, snow falling in that perfect cinematic way, and she just said it, like it wasn't even a question in her mind. I said it back. I meant it completely. That winter break was perfect. We met each other's families. She held my hand during Christmas Eve Mass, even though she wasn't religious. I danced with her in my kitchen on New Year's, barefoot and tipsy, while my roommate filmed us without us knowing. It was the happiest I'd ever been. Then spring came. She started pulling away. It was gradual, missed calls, shorter texts, study sessions that got canceled last minute. She said she was stressed about graduating early, said she needed time to recenter. I gave her space, thinking it was temporary. Then one night in April, she came over with a box of my stuff. I knew before she said a word. She cried, said I was too good, that she wasn't ready, that she didn't want to hurt me, but staying would have been worse. I didn't understand any of it. I asked if there was someone else. She said no. I believed her. I still do. I watched her walk away from my apartment building, braids swinging behind her like punctuation at the end of a sentence. I haven't seen her since graduation. I heard she moved to Portland, teaches creative writing now. Sometimes I see someone who looks like her and my chest tightens before I realize it's not her. I don't hate her. I'm not even sure I'm mad anymore. She was the first person who made me feel seen and understood in a way that felt permanent, and then she wasn't there anymore. That's what happened to the biggest love of my life. She left quietly and somehow took the color out of that spring.